Hi guys, and welcome back. So today I would like to show you some mods that I use to make my paras feel more alive and more realistic. So the first mod that I would like to point out is the mod that's called Detoonification. I've mentioned this in one of my other videos, but I really feel like this adds a beautiful 3D effect to my paras that I really enjoy and like. I'm not sure that I would want to play without this now that I've kind of experienced this. The art direction of the game is lovely. I don't have any problem with it, but I tried this out and it just added so much depth that I really enjoy playing with this one. So I highly recommend this. Especially if you kind of miss a little bit of the Sims look as well, then this could really help you out. Alright, so that's the first mod. The second mod I would like to point out is at the personality area. So there's a mod that adds the other vibes. It kind of unlocks them, apparently. So they were already there, but they just were not visible to us. And then I've added this one separately. So this is a separate mod where you can have this one. It talks about the parafolks being intuitive and highly attuned to the world around them, and they thrive most when they're inspired. So yeah, this is a extra one that I took. But the others are unlocked, so it just has the same symbol, these two, but okay. There's Overjoyed, which comes with the game, and Gloomy I know come with the game, and Energetic comes with the game, and I think Serious and Jester. But there's a grumpy one that's just short-tempered and gets mad easily. They thrive the most when they have a lot of things to grump about. And then there's sensitive. Sensitive parafolk are empathetic and feel their emotions more intensely. They thrive most when they can leverage their emotions to achieve their goals. And then the peaceful one. Peaceful parafolks are calm and prefer to focus on their inner peace. They thrive the most when taking the time to reflect and putting their accumulated inner peace to good use. Okay, this one comes with the game. So it just adds a little bit more variety. So I should just mention what I've noticed specifically with the sensitive paras, if you choose sensitive, is when some ones appear and it has in brackets sensitive, I have not been able to select that one. So that's just one thing. I'm not sure whether it's a mod conflict that I have that's doing that, or whether that's just not done correctly yet or something like that. I will reach out to the creator and just ask, but that's just something I will mention that I have noticed. Alright, but other than that, it's lovely. The next thing that I'd like to show you is here where it says lifestyles. I got a mod that adds a primary and secondary aspiration. Now it kind of hardly fits in the UI, but it does fit just barely. So if you played The Sims 2, you will know exactly what I'm talking about. This is completely based upon that. So you could give them none. Or you can choose family, fortune, knowledge, popularity, romance, pleasure, and the same for the secondary one. Now what this does is when you have once roll around for your para, it actually lines up with these specific primary aspiration or secondary aspirations that you chose. So if I chose family, I'm more likely to get ones that relate to family or having a baby, things like that. Whereas if I choose fortune, your para will actually want to buy paintings, buy electronics, it's very, very interesting. I've really noticed a difference since playing with this. And being a Sims 2 girly myself, this was very nice. I have to say, I liked it. I don't specifically want to hang a tag around my Para's neck, but what was nice was that it actually had an influence on the wands. And, you know, it really felt like that Para had very specific interests or things that made them tick. And yeah, it just adds a little bit to the character. So I thought I would point this out to you guys. The next part that I would like to point out is some good hairs. So these are the regular hairs, but then on the very bottom I have some custom hairs. So this is lovely. I will show you guys the exact names in a little bit. This is nice, very nice, like turning her around. Look how beautiful this hair is. And then this one, short version of hair, very nice. This is also nice for in between length. I try to go for a variety of hairs. This is a long one that's kind of curly. This one, also very nice. This one with a ponytail at the back. This one with the two little buns. This one. So I tried to go for different kind of looks and styles. And as you can see, it just adds so much to your character by just changing the hairs. It really changes her look. There's a different curly version. So yeah, those are currently the ones I have. I'm sure there's more out there, but I really like the custom ones that I got. It's really lovely. And the texture is very well done. It really fits with the rest of the game. Really nice. I'm just giving you an up close look as well because I wasn't really zoomed in. As you can see, there's really no bold patches and things. It's really, really nicely done. So there we go. Okay, so those are the hairs I wanted to point out. The next thing that I would like to point out, clothing wise, there's more and more options. I haven't downloaded as many clothes, but I do have this top, which is beautiful as well. I'm going to go show you on the list of custom content. I'm going to go show you everything, so I will give you the names. And this top as well, so I've kind of invested in tops a little bit. Just see if there's any other. Yeah, those are the only tops I currently have. Alright guys, so I currently have 104 mods in use, so I can vouch for the fact that you can have over 50 mods at the moment, and they should all show up. Mine is showing up as far as I can see. I did have to remove some mods, as I mentioned before, that were not compatible after the update, and I haven't put everything back yet that I had before. I had more than this, but I'm working my way up to that. It doesn't give much details over here, but these are like unlocked, all the other vibes. This is the Rose hair, Cozy Parafolk CC. Then I have this one, which is the FRX GGLES braided buns. And then from Just Clay, I have this flower pattern 01. I have Kids Can Exercise by Leonid. I have Toddler Hair Unlocked Conversion Pack version 1. And Toddler Hair Conversion Pack version 2. Basic Long Hair, this one is by Y. And Bloom Hair as well, same creator. And Bun. These are the ones that I showed you. I have a lot of these hairs because they're beautiful. Cora Hair. And the long hair that's curly. Then I have this one that gives you decorative cars, Zachariah Car Pack. And I have some bathroom clutter, Zomb bathroom clutter. Also same creator, gardening clutter, which this is also lovely. And Zomb kitchen tool clutter, that one. And tablecloth and placemats, same creator, this is also lovely. And vanity clutter, same creator. As you can see, I'm a fan. And then 3D lashes by Mint X. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that correctly. And then 4 to Paralives base game nail polishes that you can place around. And then Sugar Hair Conversion. I have this one. Then I have all lots for sale, because this actually helps that you can, if you want to edit something and you don't want to go into edit world, you can also edit, for instance, a park just by buying it, or letting your son own a business if you want to. Then I have these patterns, all out 90s. Andre's Paragarage Volume 1 also adds a lot of cars. Deco. Andre's Paragarage Volume 3 for more cars. And then I have a mod called And They Were Roommates. It gives the option to move someone in as a roommate. These are the aspirations I spoke about. So this is by Zerbu. Alright, so that's one I really recommend. Then Baby Bottle, this is for deco. Okay, this is by Euphoria. Euphoria. That's how I would pronounce it. Then the Baby Bundle set. It just adds a little bit of deco again. This Bettina hairstyle. This is the short version that we looked at. Very lovely. And then I have Better Lighting mod with darker shadows by Anwu Sims. Then this one for some reason was turned off. Then I have Big Families, so you can add more people to a lot than just the standard amount. I have this Big Hoops piercing set. This is very nice to be added if you want to add some different type of fences and things. Black Pappy 24's alcoves. If you're building a wall around your Sims property and you want to add some alcoves or inside a home, then this is nice. Then Bond Shelf Floor, Wall and Ceiling. So these just adds a lot of shelving. Then Brick Bundle. This is really cute if you want to create a child's bedroom, for instance, that has some Lego blocks you can resize as well, which is nice. Then I have the Bright detergent bottle, so if you want to just add some extra clutter to your laundry area. Chair Fritz Hansen Series 7. And then Crop Top 1 by Yaris is one that I showed you. And Crystal Clear Map View. That just removes the blur when you zoom in and out. And Customable Table Mat and Decals. because then you can add some pictures to this. And Dala Hast, these are cute little horses. I thought it would be nice for a child's bedroom. And that's by, I don't know, I would say Stevan, but it's got a Z in front. Then debug objects category. So there's a couple of mods available like this. I've got the one by Zerbu where you have a whole extra category that gives you all the objects available in town. This is really nice when you are building your own neighborhood or something like that, which I'm doing something like that currently. I'll update you on that soon. And it's nice because then you can add restaurants and things because you actually have access to all the signs and the special stoves and everything that's used over there. So I do recommend getting something like that. Then there's a dinnerware set that just adds some extra clutter, and that's by Jenis Badal 123. And then Iron Seagull I got edit venues from. So this is also great if you are someone who wants to change some things in some of your community lots or create your own. Then I have elegant textures and expensive candles, frames and paintings. This one is by Phoenix X662 and the textures are by the Bacon Moose. I love that creator's name. Then the flip-flops I got for both toddlers and adults. This is by Yaris. So very nice. Here's the adult one. Then a fluid philosophy chair. I don't know if this shows up very well in white, but that's the chair. Then funky pattern pack, which adds some nice patterns by Kate Booney. And then glass roofs pack. This is very nice. You can add some extra glass roofs to your creations. And that's by Ekara. Then this adds Grandma's Comfort Soup, which is nice to your game. And then this is another top, Grape 2.0, which is nice. And this is a coffee table for IKEA by Sandqvist. Okay, by the way, the top was by Telogy. Goodness, I'm horrible at saying all these names. Here's a nice long hair by Yaris. This is actually not long, it's kind of more a medium hair, but I really like this. Then Haley stationery clutter. This is cool. Just add some markers and pencils and things for you. Hey Palisade patio pack is also really nice, one I recommend. And then this is a pose set with extra animations, which I also have. And Stress CX. Goodness, the creators' names, I'm really bad at saying all these names. But anyhow, here's an IKEA mom set, and this is also a IKEA set for your dining room. And these are not by the same creator, Clicky and Frangi. Then Indonesian batik patterns by also a name I cannot pronounce. Peter Naklele. I have no idea. Then kitchen utensil set Over here, also lovely, by Illumia. And this one is an extra set that gives you some more clutter. So if you're trying to maybe have an artist or something at work, then this is nice. It's by Evie. And then I have some interesting mailboxes. They're not functional, they're just for deco. And this is by Maru. And then I have this modular modern kitchen by, this is, I have already tried to pronounce this creator's name and was not able to, but it's lovely. And then modern closets. And then I have one for more rocks and stones. And that one is by Illumine Friends. And this one gives you more options under the tuxedo or blazer, so that when you're layering you can use a variety of different tops. This is the one I mentioned, the Mystical Vibe by Lala, that you could also download. It just adds one more personality type, or vibe type actually. And then the Nele Nursery set by House of Nando. Cute teddy as well. And then Neon Tropical pattern added to your outfits, and that's by Just Clay. The Nike t-shirt that I showed you guys, it says created by unknown, but obviously the person does have a name on the workshop. Now learn recipe cooldown. So yeah, I tried to not have a cooldown, but yesterday when I tried this, I did still need to wait. I couldn't just continue learning recipes. So I'm not sure after the update. I hope that it works, but I have to just go look into this one again. Then oval coffee table, some sewn linen. The top one is by That's So Geordie. This lovely top, Owl's Y2K top. The Owlman Branch created that. Then this Detoonification that I love so much is by Kestrel Blades. Then I have Parakia Living Room over here, and this one is lovely. Pool Time by Simtech. It adds the ability to make pools, but it also adds all these objects. So this is really nice. I highly recommend this, by the way. And then Professional Series Collection. This is a stove and a fridge by Paratech. Then I have some quarter roofs that I downloaded extra by Marty Core 1. And I have this for your TV to go on, that you can add some clutter to. Is it Michelle CL Souza 25? Then I have this chair over here. Right chair. Hey, I have quite a few things from this creator. I do have this Rococo bedroom, which is by the creators of the game themselves. And then I have this one, Rosie's Bathroom Clutter. It adds quite a bit more clutter to your bathroom as well, so that's very nice. I have these extra ceiling lights, and again, the creator, I cannot say their name, I don't know how you say that. The Rosie's Bathroom Clutter is by Raven's Fury RF. And then I have Sensible Camera Control by Twisted Mexi. I have the free version, just so that you guys are aware. I didn't pay for that. I just got it off the Steam Workshop. Okay, and then Sequins and Lace Patterns pack by is it Lorena Rear something? And then I have a set of 5 pop retro lamps over here. Very nice. I cannot pronounce this. I created this myself. This is a little pet project of mine. It did not quite turn out the way I wanted it to be honest, but it does actually work. I took a side table from The Sims 2 with the mesh and everything, and I just tried it out. I went to Blender and I went through all the tutorials, and I actually was able to get it into my game. And my Parals now have a lovely extra side table, but something that I can't get down, by the way, is just the texture is not showing up the way I want it to. It's just like got the ability to have one color, and that's something that I don't know if I'm doing something wrong. But anyway, it is there, and if I just make it a solid color, it's nice and it can be used. So anyway, I have that in my game, and it's created by me, but I mean it needs some work. Then there's Simple Shells, and this is by the Red Mix. These are some candles. Again, you can see the creator's name there. I really don't know how to say it. I have a lot of their stuff. Then Toddlers Wear Pajamas to Bed. That's a nice one. Pandora in a Box. 1, 2, 3. That's a cool username. I have an extra towel rack. This was from before the game got towels, so that's why I had this, but I decided to keep it. Zabinski. And then extra toys for kids. This is cute. It adds some blocks, some extra homes. I think there's an extra teddy bear, the rocking horse. It's nice. And that's by Danny Shepard. And then this Veronica hairstyle, Kiara Zirk. And I have the ability to play Sims 1 in my game on the computers. And that's by Chulsi. Then I have the Well-Behaved Chair by, is it Chi? I don't know. Whimsy Floral Pot Pen. Cute, just some extra clutter by Sophie Mia. Then I have this hair by, it's the Wings hair, and it has the code there. It's by Wings DG. And then I have this chair, again, by a creator whose name I cannot say. Wishbone chair from Coral Hansen and Son. And then I have some eye defaults in my game. Yummy Dust Eyes by Toxic, and it is quite nice, I can't say that. And then Zippy Pocket Board. This is just props that you can add. It's by Studio Noren. Yeah, it looks like Noren. Studio Noren. And it's just for deco, but it's nice. I like the fact that you can add some skateboards, you know, kind of lying around in different places. So yeah, those are the mods I currently have installed. I really like all of them, and those are the ones that I was able to make work very well. Alright, so those are mods that I wanted to point out to you. This is what I'm currently using, and I'm really having a blast with that. So I really suggest getting all these. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this, and that this will help you on your way to some more custom content and mod shopping. And as always, happy simulation gaming, and be blessed. See you again soon. Have a great weekend. Goodbye.